Hello everyone, and welcome back yet again to another drum playthrough review. Thanks everybody for tuning in and stopping by to another fantastic episode of this. For everyone who's brand new, hi and welcome. My name is Nick. I'm a drummer and a multi-instrumentalist, and we do videos like these so that way we can learn from the best drummers out there, analyze their technique, break it down into a nice and easy to digest form, and use that to make ourselves better musicians. And we've got a pretty cool dude we're reviewing once again on the channel today. So, I'm sure as you guys know, if you've been following and keeping up with the channel for a little while, we reviewed this guy a while ago, and we reviewed a cover of the Faceless that he did that was pretty damn cool, and I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good, and I really enjoyed his technique and being able to really understand and learn his technique and all that and break it down. It's a really cool idea, and I'm glad that I thought about it because I'd seen the guy live, and he played for Beyond Creation when I saw him live, and it was a really good set that I saw. And so I figured when I get home, let me find some videos on this guy and do a drum review of him because I thought he was pretty darn neat. So that's what we're doing once again today. We're going to be revisiting the great Kevin Alexander because that dude is an absolute phenomenon behind the drum kit. He's played for acts such as Brand of Sacrifice. He's played live for Beyond Creation and all sorts of other places as well. And he is now, as of the more recent times, going on tour with Fallujah. This man has some pretty insane accuracy and a lot of really cool chops. So we're going to take a look at a video that he did. It is a one-take drum playthrough for Fallujah's song Radiant Ascension, which is a really darn cool song. It comes from one of my favorite albums from them, Empyrean. So I was very happy to see that he was touring with them because that guy absolutely is a phenomenon behind the drum kit. So let's go ahead and check out what he's got today in this playthrough, analyze it and break it down, and let's get into it because this guy's always got a lot that we can learn from. Before we start though, I check my YouTube analytics as any good creator should, and only about 0.7% of you guys are actually subscribed to the channel. What are you guys doing with your lives? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. We do a lot of fun stuff and a lot of videos just like this on here. We're going to have a lot more fun content coming your way, so stick around. It's going to be a fun journey. Alrighty. Well, fellas, let's get right into it because this thing kicks off pretty quick. Let's start. It's Fallujah Radiant Ascension. And it's in 4K. Already we can see as far as this technique is concerned, look at that. Beautiful finger technique, very nice and loose. His dynamic control is very on point. He's also, it looks like he's using a little bit of a smaller sear because I know when he played live with Beyond Creation, he's using a 13-inch. I believe it's the same size and the same one actually. That tune he's playing double strokes in slides. He's playing double strokes in flip-flops, guys. Come on. Pretty good posture. He's switching up techniques depending on what the beat calls for. Got a mega bell ride. Jealous, very jealous of that. Wish I could get one of those eventually here. This is a very natural sounding mix. I like it. And I know he's playing a cover, but dude, he adds so much energy into it, and he adds some extra stuff in there too that I really like. I really do. Yeah, Kevin Alexander is absolutely fantastic, dude. His energy is on point. He looks like he's having fun with what he's playing. The techniques that he uses is always very nice and clean. And he looks very relaxed. His posture is good. I mean, look at him. He looks like he's having fun. All the drummer faces are great. Looks like he's switching up now to do a little bit of, looks like wrist and fingers. Not to mention, his beard is on fleek too. It's freaking kingly looking. It's on point. Very excellent. Like I say, I like his expressiveness behind the kit a lot. I swear, when I was watching him play live with Beyond Creation, he was so energetic, and it was so much fun watching him. And it's the same here when I'm watching this. So I hope when they do their American tour, which I'm going to be going and seeing them, that he's on it. Because he is phenomenal. Absolutely on point with that energy. I love it. Absolutely sick. Great job, my fella, my guy. Now, here's the thing, too, with his channel in particular. His channel was only at, like, just a little over 1,000 subscribers when I went and reviewed him at first. And now he's got about 2.27K, which is pretty good. Now, at the time that I reviewed him, I was only at, like, maybe 2,000, 3,000 subscribers. So now that I've got 12K, let's get this man up even higher than before, because absolutely phenomenal, and he deserves it. So let's stop talking for now. Let's jump into the review, because this guy's got a lot of stuff that we can talk about here. So first of all, Kevin Alexander, fantastic job, man. That was absolutely sick, and I enjoyed every minute of that because I thought that was pretty cool. Now, let me go grab a drumstick so that way I can do a little bit better demonstrations than just talking about it. So when you see he's holding the stick right there, he's keeping it really nice and loose as far as the grip is concerned. He's allowing the stick to bounce back and forth in his hand with his fingers open a little bit. He's not death gripping it like this when he's playing or anything like that. And that is something that you want. Having loose technique is absolutely vital and essential to being able to play fast, being able to play for longer, being able to have more stamina, and also being able to play for longer and longer into your life. Because having a tight death grip or anything like that is going to cause a lot of more wear and tear on your muscles and tendons and your joints and all of that, which ultimately leads to you being able to call it quits in your drumming career much earlier than you anticipate. And it's for a multitude of reasons. Oftentimes when we try and practice improper technique and all that stuff, and when we do practice improper technique continually, it causes a lot more damage to our system than we realize. And especially over years and years and years of doing it, we might find that all of a sudden, hey, I'm not playing the same as I used to, or, all of a sudden, like, my power's dipping or something like that, and it's all because of tension. Having a lack of tension is absolutely vital because it allows us to have longevity in our playing, not only in the song that we're playing and being able to have good endurance, but also longevity throughout the next couple of years, or next 10, 20, however long you plan on drumming for amount of years. Ideally, drumming for the rest of your life. But I always say that just in case, there's somebody who's like, I don't want to play drums anymore after like 20 years and decides they want to call it quits. As far as his technique is concerned, it looks like he's using some wrist and also some fingers in there as well, which, that's absolutely fantastic. That would be what we like to call American grip. American grip is kind of a little bit of a cross between using fully wrist and also some fingers as well. It's not quite French or German grip where you're pretty much taking the wrist out of it and only using your fingers. An example would be like French grip, where you have your wrist bent down like this, so that way you're only using fingers. My wrist isn't moving or in action at all while I'm doing that. And German grip being very similar, where your wrist is more cocked down like this and your fingers are playing it like that. But American grip instead is somewhere in the middle. It's kind of neutral, I guess you could say, as far as the grip is concerned, and you are allowing your wrist to be involved with also your fingers as well. Very beneficial as far as the power output is concerned, I will say. Because whereas French grip, yes, the speeds are absolutely insanely fast that you can get with French grip. Sometimes once you start to get into those higher speeds, you can start to lack power that you would normally get from something like wrist technique and something like that, instead of just using solid fingers. And a similar thing as far as the German grip is concerned as well. Because having a lack of wrist oftentimes means that you're going to have a little bit of a lack of power. But where American grip excels, much like America, is that, yeah, we may not be the fastest. It may not exactly be, the go-to technique if you're trying to hit 300 BPM blast, blast beats and 16th notes, but by God, are you going to be able to hear those blast beats? They're going to be a lot more audible than if you were to just use, say, for example, French grip or something like that, because you're using everything in combined. And it also, not only that, but it also helps to kind of get some more of the lactic acid out of your fingers and out of the muscles and tendons that run along your forearm that all connect to your fingers. It's ultimately a very beneficial technique, and it's a technique that I like to use a lot, simply because I'm an American, and also because it's something that I really like the sound of, because the power that comes from American grip is just... Now, when it comes to his foot technique, he is using double strokes, and he's using slides when he's doing those double strokes. Now, the kind of double strokes he is using is not going to be the same kind as what's traditionally been thought as double strokes, where there's actually, a push down with the heel and then a push up with the ball of the foot. He's allowing the tension caused from the springs that are attached to the pedal boards to be cranked up very high to allow for that rebound to have a much longer effect. And by that, what he's doing is he's changing up his foot technique so that way he's allowing the ball of his foot to trigger the rebound in order to be able to get that second stroke. So once again, as far as Kevin Alexander is concerned, phenomenal technique, absolutely very clean, and he spent a lot of hours practicing that to make sure that is all on fleek. If you want to catch him live, he's going to be playing live with Fallujah all throughout Europe, and I believe that tour is happening right now. And he's also going to be playing live in North America pretty soon here this coming summer. Highly recommend that you go and see him play live with Fallujah, because not only is Fallujah an absolutely awesome band, absolutely an S-tier drummer in my opinion, I think he's fantastic. Especially with how many bands out there are using him for their tour drumming and all that stuff. The dude is absolutely a monster. Alright, well, with all that being said, y'all, that's the end of this playthrough review, so great job, Kevin Alexander. I loved that and thought that was fantastic. Tell me what you guys thought of the playthrough as well. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Start a conversation with me, if you will. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also check out my channel for other videos similar to this. And with all that being said, y'all, that's the end of this one. So cheers, have a great rest of your night, and God bless.